Probably JC. Here we go, Toby, come on. Toby giving him a shout.
Hi guys, welcome back to Inside Sunbridge. Bit of a different episode for you this week. We've got 2 races coming up in the next week, so I'm going to try and give you an insight into how we prepare for them, how the races go. Hopefully, get to the end of this video in 7 days' time. We've got some nice PBs to show for it. Beautiful Sunday morning. Little session, jumping in with the sprinters today. Should be interesting, something a little bit different. Work on that speed. Had a couple of races in the last few weeks, running okay. 151.4, 151.0. Not bad, but I'm hoping for a little bit more really, and hopefully we'll get that this week. Racing at Eltham Wednesday night, 400 metres, then going to do a little bit of pacing the BMC 800 metre and 1500 metre A races, so that's good, get a little bit of a session out of it. Saturday, doing an 800 metres at Sports City in Manchester, BMC Grand Prix, first one of the summer. They're always good fun, always quick events, so it should be a good week. Starting it off today, I'm down at the track Sunday morning, trained on Friday, 4 times 400 off 4 minutes. Those of you that have done any sort of 800 metre running, you know how painful that is. But we're jumping straight back in. Got a nice quick one with the sprinters this morning. Finish should be quick, but I think it's going to hurt.
It's good to be back. And
Brought the weather with you.
oh yeah, it's lovely. Look at this. That's the sun. Back on a Sunday morning, and you got a little session today, haven't you?
Yeah, a bit different to normal. Jumping in with the 400 boys, so it should be interesting. We've got 300, a full 12 minutes.
Cool.
2 times 150 off 8 minutes. Another full 12 minutes in the 300. I think it's going to be quick.
Gearing up for any specific race that we've got in the next few days?
Yes and no. So specifically, yeah, looking ahead to Wednesday, racing the 400 at Eltham, but also just if you can make this speed seem a bit more normal when you get that first lap in an 800, it feels a bit easier. So we've had a few quick reps, but nothing with really long recoveries and really attacking it. So yeah, I think first one, mate.
Lovely stuff. Well, best of luck.
Cheers, mate.
Okay. On your mark. Go.
Let's go, boys.
One, two, three, four. One, two, three, four.
Jordan, halfway through the session.
Yep.
How are you feeling? How's it going?
All right. First rep was quick, 35.8, quickest 3 I've done, but yeah, probably a bit harder than I thought it would be. Quite a lot of lactic, and then doing a 150, 18.2. So again, pretty quick, pretty decent. You can't get out with those boys. They get out so hard. Not trying to run quick, just trying to work on the little things that make you run quick. So try and keep it smooth. That last 3 is going to be sketchy, I think.
Yeah. But you'll get through it.
Hopefully.
Jordan. Set. 12. 13.
It's like one of the reps where you miss the full start every time they bang.
Sorry, mate, I jumped the gun.
1, 2.
Session done. That was very difficult. A couple of quick 3s, 35.8, 36.8. Hit lactic a lot more than I thought. We'd probably underestimate it slightly, but that was good. Should be less of a shock to the system when we get into the race on Wednesday. Hopefully ready for the pain that's going to be coming. We can run a decent 4. Looking forward to that now. Going to go and rest up for the rest of the day. Rest day tomorrow, first one for just over a week, so that'll be good. And then we'll do some strides Tuesday. So I will see you on Tuesday. Tuesday lunchtime. I had a rest day yesterday. Legs still feeling pretty mashed, to be honest, a little bit tired, but heading out today, usual pre-race run, which for me is 2-mile warm-up, nice and steady, a few little stretches, 4 times 200, just 45-second walk, 45-second jog after that, straight back into the next one. And that's usually sort of around 800, 1500 metre pace. Probably a little bit quicker today because we're doing a 400 tomorrow, and then a 1-mile jog back and we're done.
And the purpose of this?
Just wake the legs up, especially after a rest day yesterday. Not done a lot, sat around, been sitting around at work all day. Just trying to get them going, get them used to that feeling of that race pace for tomorrow. I'll see you in a bit. Just got back from work, so gonna rest up now. Put my feet up for the evening, take it nice and easy. Run at lunch was a bit interesting. Legs didn't feel brilliant, pretty tight. My hamstrings are quite tight. My quads are pretty tight from Sunday. Obviously a bit of a different session. Maybe a bit of a shock to the system and still feeling it, but hopefully we can do the right things tonight. Rest up, get the massage going, have a little stretch, and we'll be okay tomorrow. Get all my kit ready tonight. I'm gonna make dinner for tomorrow night. If I'm racing Wednesday, I always cook on a Tuesday night. Do some pasta or something. I think I'm gonna do mushroom pasta and just have that ready to have straight after the race on the race day. So get that ready tonight for tomorrow. Just finished a shakeout run, about 7 hours until the race starts. Always run at lunchtime before a session, just shake the legs out. And for a race is no different, a little bit shorter, just on about 10 minutes, about 2k. Just really easy. Legs are feeling really tired actually, pretty sore. Back of my hamstrings are quite tight and my quads are quite tight on top. Going through the usual steps, turn up for races feeling 100% fresh and 100% perfect, and just trying to trust in the work that I've done and the preparation that I'm doing to make sure that I turn up in the best possible place to run. Hopefully when we get on the start line later, do the warm-up, do the drills, do those strides how we need to, and we'll be ready to go. Been at work since 7 a.m. this morning, 7 a.m. start, which is not ideal on the day of a race. To be honest, I do it every day, and we're used to training in the evenings after being at work all day, so to have a race that's starting at 7:20, warm-up probably start about 6:30, which is the same as what I would for a training session. Some normality there. Come to work at the same time, shake up around the same time, eating at the same time, travelling at the same time. It's quite easy, whereas Manchester's a 5 o'clock start on a day off, which is a bit different. That's when you have to think about it. So into work, 7 o'clock start's not ideal, but what we're used to, and we can take something from it.
On your mark. Set. Hi, Jordan. Hi, Jordan! Oh, did it? No. What was it? Oh no, really? Yeah. Oh, I've got it under. Oh.
Jordan just done the 400,
Yeah.
walk us through it.
Felt like I was walking at the end. Last 25 minutes I had my eyes closed, so much back here, but I didn't get out brilliant, but I ran through like 50 to 250. I think I ran pretty strong, a little bit of wind behind me, and then last 100, last 150 started to slow a bit and tied up a little bit at the end, but I think PB by about half a second, not far off going under 50, so on tired legs I think that's all right.
You're pacing the 800 now. Excited for that?
I'm more nervous for this than I was for the 400. This is basically a session. It's 2 falls off 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And this is going to be painful, I think. But
yeah, and then obviously you're rocking the speed suit again tonight. How long did it take you to get into it?
A while. Probably about 10 minutes in total. 5 minutes beforehand and 5 minutes to put my number on. I actually ripped both my numbers before the start. And I think I might have run out of my lane at the start of the race, but
I'll keep that.
I'm not quiet, so.
Group together to come round for the whole stroke for the first time. And it's Chad Higgins leading through.
Just finished pacing. 800 in 53.54 to 400, and then a 1500. Took them to 700 in 146. Decent job, I think, did the times I needed. A little bit of petrol money for a trip to Manchester on Saturday, so that's good. A little bit tight now. It's very cold, to be honest, in the rain. It's a decent enough session. Just got to go home and cover now, try and get some decent sleep tonight, and not overdo it tomorrow. Rest up for Saturday. Finished my pre-race run day before the race at 1 o'clock Friday afternoon. Friday afternoon's off right. It's always good for setting us up for the weekend for races, and finish work at 12:15 and get straight out for that shakeout run. Do the normal 4 times 200, 29, 29, 27, 26. Started a little bit steadier and then building up towards race pace. Not quite there, but should be enough to shake the legs out, try and get them used to that sort of pace, ready for tomorrow evening. I feel brilliant yesterday. Legs are still quite tight, my hamstrings still tight having all week, but considering how I felt Monday, Tuesday, and in the warm-up I had some tightness, so how I felt yesterday wasn't too bad. It's certainly an improvement. Just did a half-hour easy run yesterday. Just get out, shake the legs, 4:45 kilometre pace I think. Try and loosen the legs up a little bit, and then a very easy evening. Normally in a week like this I'd probably try and do some gym work. Probably on the Monday or the Thursday I'd try and do a gym session and just keep on top of that. I think with the tightness I decided it wasn't worth the risk. Just heading back to the office now and have my lunch here and then drive home, and then it's all just about prepping for tomorrow, making sure that everything's ready. It's going to be a very early start. I'm leaving about 7, 8. We're losing a day anyway. It's always going to be hard to race after driving, just to try and reduce the stress by getting there as early as possible and shake your legs out, have a little run, relax, and hopefully it'll be okay. Here we go then, 250 miles, Manchester. See you soon. Good morning guys, Saturday morning, race day's arrived, second one of the week. Nice early start on the way to Manchester. Left the house at 7, which is quite early for a race day, but the good news is it's saying we're going to get there at 11:10 now. If you'd asked me that yesterday evening, I would have bitten your hand off for that. Traffic's looking okay at the moment. It might actually take us less time to get to Manchester. It took Ben Murphy to get to Birmingham last night for his overnight romantic getaway with Ben Gardner before they jump in the A race together later on. Stopped at Rugby just over halfway, and so far going very well. About 2 hours to get here. Just another 2 hours to go. Lost the car. This isn't good. Just come out of services. I had a little stretch, had a wee. Sarah's waiting at the car for me, but I don't know where it is. Oh, it's there. Very good. I bet she saw me walk past as well. Right, let's get back on the road. Just stopped at Kill, about 30-35 miles from Manchester. It wasn't part of the plan, but we're going to have to do our shakeout run around the car park of the services. Important just to try and stick to the timings, shake the legs out. It should hopefully free them up a little bit, loosen them up a little bit from the drive. Then we're going to have lunch and head over to Manchester. So we're going to be there probably an hour and a half later than we planned. But in terms of the shakeout run and the eating side of things, sticking to the plan. So that's important and setting it up for later on. Arrived in Manchester, about 5.5 hours, 5 hours 45 for the journey, but a couple of stops, managed to run, managed some lunch, so it wasn't too bad. Despite the long drive, legs are feeling pretty good. Conditions seem alright. I'm quite excited for this, to be honest. We've got our tickets to the tram. We're going to find our way into Manchester. I think we're going to stop and find a coffee shop.
So we're underway with the sea run. In the quickest in the field, 1:49.87 this season, 26 seconds. Great pace being set here. The Irishman, 53.55 this season, and looking good there as he pushes on from the Irishman. So here we go, Tom Waterworth, and I think it was Quinn who came through to take second place.
Bit of a miserable day, to be honest. Disaster all round, 1:55 for me. 2 bends in the A race. Had a bit of a shocker as well. Ben Gardner didn't start, Ben Murphy DNF. It's a heavy week and long drive this morning, maybe just in the legs. Tried to go with it and was with the group for 500, then blew up down the back straight and sort of jogged in the last 2. It's a very disappointing day. At least won the FA Cup. Plan now, we're going to do a tempo. A little warm up, 3 mile tempo, a little cool down and drive home. Get home as early as we can, but yeah, not a very good day. Always one on a cool down in there. It's either frying up or having a wee. Part of the way home, stopped at Sainsbury's in Birmingham after dropping Ben off. Legs are pretty smashed, to be honest. I think this week's caught up with me, which showed today. Probably take some time to process that one. See, running 1:54, 55, whatever it was, is pretty rubbish, but the race was won in 1:48 and was 2.5 seconds behind, 100 to go. Gave up, not really in it mentally. Probably should have kept trying for the training benefit, but yeah, a bit of a tough one to take.